The 2024 Formula One season is one of the most competitive in history, but it is not without controversy. Max Verstappen, a four-time world champion, has openly expressed his frustration with several teams for allegedly using illegal advantages to dominate the track, including Mclaren. This accusation has led to further speculation about the integrity of competition on the F1 grid. Let's discuss it. Max Verstappen, a Red Bull driver known for his outspoken style, recently made an eye-catching statement in an interview. Although he did not explicitly mention any names or specific teams, his remarks clearly pointed to several practices that he felt were against the rules in the world of Formula One racing. Some things happen behind the scenes that leave us without a chance in certain races, Verstappen said in a serious tone. I know that for sure, but nobody will ever admit it. The statement immediately sparked speculation and heated debate among F1 fans and observers. Verstappen's comments add fuel to the rumors that have been circulating about McLaren. The team has faced major controversy over its innovative rear wing, which will be used in the 2024 season. The rear wing, which is said to have a mini DRS feature, had stolen the spotlight because of its ability to provide significant aerodynamic benefits. However, this advantage did not last long. After an investigation, the device was declared in violation of the FIA's technical regulations because it was deemed too flexible at high speeds. This controversy reached its peak when the FIA decided to ban the use of the rear wing from the Baku GP onwards. This decision was taken after evidence was found that the excessive flexibility of the component gave an unfair advantage over other competitors. This ban not only affected McLaren's on-track performance, but also raised questions about how far technical innovation can go before breaking the rules. Verstappen's statement and this incident have once again highlighted the fierce competition in Formula One, where each team continues to push the boundaries of technology to gain an advantage. However, this case also reminds us that innovation without regard to the rules can lead to major controversies that affect a team's reputation. McLaren, with the support of its engineering team and drivers Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, continues to mount a strong defense regarding the legality of its car, which has become a hot topic in the Formula One racing world. In particular, Oscar Piastri emphasized that his car has passed all the deflection tests conducted by the International Automobile Federation, FIA, and meets all the standards set. Nevertheless, the incident that occurred in Baku caused a great deal of discussion among observers and competitors. In the incident, Piastri was able to withstand the pressure of the Ferrari SF24 car for a long time on the track, a performance that gave rise to speculation about the use of aerodynamic tricks that were considered unusual by some parties. However, McLaren has not only faced criticism, but has also received much praise for its extraordinary revival since the 2023 season. The significant changes made by the team, including internal restructuring and the hiring of Rob Marshall, a former Red Bull engineer, have shown very promising results. This transformation has seen McLaren emerge as one of the most competitive teams in the 2024 season, especially on high downforce circuits such as Singapore and Zandvoort. McLaren's progress has not only strengthened their position in the standings, but also proved that hard work and constant innovation can change the dynamics of competition in Formula One. The team now posed a serious threat to their rivals, with Norris and Piastri often performing consistently on track and making the most of the car's improved performance. Despite the criticism, McLaren is determined to keep moving forward, proving that the road to the top is always filled with challenges and self-improvement. Red Bull Racing, which dominated the early part of the season with impressive wins in 4 of the first 5 races, has faced a tough challenge since the Miami Grand Prix. The team's decline in performance is evident, and one of the main reasons is the absence of Adrian Newey, the legendary chief designer who has been the brain behind Red Bull's successful car development. His absence has created a huge gap in the car development process that the team has struggled to fill. Max Verstappen, Red Bull's main driver, honestly admitted that his team now has to start from scratch to solve various technical problems that have arisen. They failed to find the right solution to the car's aerodynamic and balance problems, which are the main keys to racing performance. We found some aerodynamic graphs that we had never seen before. This clearly showed that something was wrong, especially with the height of the car and the way the car turned in slow corners, said Verstappen in a recent interview. He went on to explain that the problem forced the team to cancel all plans to develop new parts after the Chinese Grand Prix. We had to throw away all the plans we had prepared for new parts because this problem did not allow us to go any further, he added. This problem is a big blow for Red Bull, especially considering their dominance at the start of the season, which is now starting to fade. The team will have to work extra hard to reassess its strategy in the midst of rule changes that present new challenges for all Formula One participants. Red Bull's struggle to return to the top is one of the stories worth waiting for in the rest of the season. The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, FIA, is now back in the spotlight, especially regarding its slow response to various technical innovations introduced by the teams participating in the championship. One of the issues that has arisen is the flexible front wing concept used by McLaren and Mercedes since the start of the season. This innovation has been the subject of debate after Red Bull questioned its legality. However, after a series of discussions, the FIA finally declared that the component was still in compliance with the regulations in force for the 2024 season. However, the FIA has not remained silent and has planned a more in-depth investigation into the innovation ahead of the 2025 season. The decision sparked a wider discussion about how the FIA's technical regulations are applied and how effective they are in maintaining competitive balance. Many observers and teams have expressed concern that flexibility in the interpretation of the rules often creates loopholes that can be exploited by certain teams. McLaren, for example, is known to have exploited loopholes in the rules to design rear and front wings that provide significant aerodynamic benefits. This situation has not only sparked debate among competitors, but also raised broader questions about the FIA's ability to anticipate and manage the increasingly complex technological developments in the world of Formula One. Faced with this challenge, the FIA is now under great pressure to strengthen its technical regulations while ensuring that any innovation presented remains in line with the fundamental principles of this sport, namely fairness and competitiveness. Max Verstappen expressed his views on the future of himself and the Red Bull team in the face of the upcoming season. He honestly admitted that if his team did not make significant improvements for the 2025 season, his chances of defending the World Championship title would be very small. If we continue like this, I will not be champion next year. It's very simple. We have to take really big steps to stay competitive, he said in a firm tone. The Dutchman also paid special attention to the technical aspects his team needed to improve. He stressed the importance of improving the car's ability to handle curbs, slow corners, and bumpy surfaces. According to him, these things are the key to getting back to winning ways. If we still lose, it must be because of the sheer speed of the opposition, not because of deficiencies in this technical area, Verstappen added, stressing the importance of these improvements to avoid losing momentum in the future. This statement shows that Verstappen is not only relying on his natural talent, but also needs a capable car to compete at the highest level of Formula One. Red Bull now face the challenge of living up to the world champions' expectations in order to maintain their status as one of the strongest teams on the grid. The controversy surrounding McLaren and Red Bull shows that Formula One is still an intense competition for technical innovation. With the 2025 season expected to be even tighter, all eyes will be on the steps the FIA takes to ensure fair competition. Are Verstappen's accusations against McLaren justified or just a strategy to put pressure on their main rivals? What is clear is that McLaren will have to prove they can compete without breaking the rules. What do you think? Did McLaren really break the rules or did they just exploit a loophole? Let us know in the comments.